Hello, it's Keisha, the habits hypnotist, and how are you doing these days? I hope you're doing well, and of course, I'm doing this inside. I wanted to be outside. I love doing being outside, but no sooner had I set up outside, got myself situated, and it just started pouring like a complete epic, epic downpour. So let me see if I can show you. Like ridiculous. Like like it's a complete monsoon all of a sudden, and it's just like excellent timing. Excellent timing, Keisha. So I'm back inside. It is what it is, but I have not done a video in so long, and it's just because it just it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And I really wanted to address what's going on. As a certified consulting hypnotist, it's really my job to help people to find peace, to find their power, to find, their confidence and be able to feel good, feel great, feel amazing, and to love their lives and to create lives that they really excite them. And of course, this time, the time that we're dealing with right now, is truly disturbing. And I certainly personally believe we are on the wrong course. I never get political, but I personally believe that the uh, the decisions that are coming down from the Supreme Court are completely wrong and out of step. I can't express that enough. It doesn't sit with me. It doesn't sit with me with who I am, what I believe in at all. And I'm, the less that can be said about that, the better, because I honestly am disgusted by it. Now, what I wanted to talk about really was the incredible amount of anxiety and panic and anger and just hopelessness that this behavior has created. I do not believe it's going to go unanswered. I do believe that the harder these things get driven into and forced down the throats of people, there absolutely is going to be some answering. And I'm not sure if the people that are doing it right now will live to see the full backlash that is going to come. I have no idea, as these people tend to be the oldest of the population. I don't know. I can only hope, but I'm not sure. And one thing that I just wanted to talk about was the importance of raising your own personal power and stepping into the personal power. So what I would say when things go horribly, when they seem to be horribly wrong, and there's a couple issues with that. Well, number one, yes, it is an absolutely disturbing time. And you know what, though? There have been times that have been just as and more disturbing before that have come previously. And the thing is, we have, not just as a nation, but as a social collective, as humans, as people, we have dealt with both natural and man-made catastrophes, injustices, disasters before. And we will get through this one again. And unfortunately, I believe that this is just a part of life, that it is not meant to be peaceful. Our external circumstances are not meant to be peaceful all the time. They're meant to be challenging. And when I say challenging, I mean challenging. Like, and we're not the first people, generation, cohort, whatever you want to call it, to go through times like this, to go through times where we feel as though, times are wild, as though we're feeling marginalized or attacked or threatened. And this has happened before, and it will happen again. And I do believe that power swings both ways, which is why it's almost like, these people who are slamming things down everyone's throat, in a way, it's kind of like, all right, checkmate and enjoy your victory, because bitch, it's coming back. And again, I'm not sure if a lot of them may not live to see it. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's coming back. Simply, that's just the way the world works. Nothing lasts. There is, again, something called the law of rhythm, which talks about change. Life on Earth is going to have change. We're going to have highs, powerful highs. We're going to have low lows, and everything in between. And life is just all about weathering it. Weathering the inevitable. The inevitable is change. Change is inevitable, which is kind of why this whole aggressive desire to stem change is futile. And they're really fighting against something that really can't be stopped, and I don't know. In a way, again, it just seems to be like, well, dance while you can. Dance while you're feeling good. If that's something that makes you feel good, then enjoy it, because there's always, it's a great high and a really bitch of a fall. That comes to all movements. So, I definitely believe that this will change. This too shall pass, as they say. And it'll be interesting to see what comes next. If I am so fortunate as to live the trajectory of my life, I know 100% we have not seen the end of this. I wasn't alive when Roe versus Wade was signed in, for example, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to see it undone, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to see something that is going to bring it back in my lifetime, if I am, fortunate enough to live my projected life term. So I just have to remember that all of these things will change. Everything that is feeling very oppressive and very heavy to deal with will change. And it's kind of a storm that's happening, just like the weather outside. It's, and when it storms, what do? You go inside. Like, there's going to be a storm. It's going to be crazy weather. And if it's storming outside, which is your outside world, it's time to go inside. And what does that mean? It's really time to concentrate on your inner world. And the thing about it is, I kind of view society as kind of having a collective power. Okay, so collective power is, of course, everything that the world and society has to offer. And of course, we should always try to contribute to a collective power. So if there's something that you believe in, you absolutely should make an attempt to influence your outside circumstances, to influence society, influence law, influence just the way that society interacts, to treat people with dignity. So if you're someone who believes that everyone should be treated well, you're someone who believes in, egalitarianism and just treating everyone like you want to be treated, then yes, it's absolutely important to impress that through your actions, through your expression of your truth, through laws, through how we work in workplaces, education systems, to reflect that, to influence society so that it reflects that. By all means, adding and connecting with other people to influence that. And that will often work, and oftentimes it will not work. And oftentimes that the energy is with something that you may not agree with. And you will lose collective power. You will lose the ability to have a higher standing, or the ability to feel held and supported by your outside circumstances. So when that happens, when you feel your investment in collective power beginning to fall, that's when it's really important to ramp up on your personal power. And your personal power, on the other hand, is completely devoid of external circumstances. Wow, it's really coming down there. And the thing about it is that you have power. Like, the most important thing I want to tell you right now is that you have the power and the ability to do what you want and to create the life that you want, exclusive of what's going on right now. So when it gets crazy outside and it starts storming, and as it is right now, absolutely freaking pouring like crazy. When it starts crazy pouring and outside and going crazy outside, that is a time for you to withdraw from that energy and be able to focus on yourself. It's time right now to ramp up your personal power. Okay? And even you, I know, number one, what does that mean? So number one, that what it means is the more power that you have, and that can be, your independence, your autonomy, how much money you have, what type of job that you have, okay? We're even talking about materialistic shit, okay? The better in a position that we are, the more distance we can put between us and whatever monster is out there, okay? So if our collective power, again, our investment in that has fallen, and we're now fearing something outside of ourselves, that really takes into play what we need to do to step up our personal power. So you may even argue with me like, oh, well, okay, my camera died. Wrapping this up, this is getting way too long. But I know you may say, for example, oh, I am just too far. I have just too much to do. I'm so powerless. You don't understand. Like, I have, 3 kids. I have nowhere, no place I could possibly get more money. I have $100 to my name. And you want to talk about, like, how am I supposed to be able to counter that? And I want to always say that it's so important not to let the past determine where you're going. Because the past is probably one of our greatest enemies, in the fact that it teaches us things that are just not true. It loves to teach us about our limitations, especially about what we can expect of ourselves and what we are worth. And usually that's something very low. And it's so important right now to also know that, no, it may not happen overnight, but whenever times like these happen and roll around, and we feel our vulnerability, we feel our susceptibility to cruel institutions, cruel laws, baseless laws, institutionalized cruelty. We certainly have been here before. Whenever we feel susceptible to that, we feel our vulnerability, it's just another reminder that the time is now to work on your personal power. The time is now to ask yourself, where do you want to be? Because again, the more you have and the more power we can exercise and wield, and the higher we can climb up and get, the more distance we put between us and the dogs chasing behind us, okay? Because at the absolute height of the scale, like absolute extreme, like if we see people that are billionaires and whatnot, they're almost untouchable, right? Yeah, I probably, if they killed 10 people, by the time they killed the 11th person, okay, society would be like, okay, that's enough, and would lock their ass up. Maybe for a few years, you know what I mean? But even looking at what is possible, what is doable, what is achievable, there's always a next level that we can carry ourselves. And we should absolutely fight for collective power real estate and shape the laws and shape the society in our image. But sometimes we're against things that are out of our control. So when that happens, it's so important to work on the personal power that is there to protect you and elevate you above the circumstances. So I want to ask right now, how can for the next time this happens, okay? Working one step at a time. What can you do to better yourself, to lift yourself up, to improve your money, to improve your finances, to improve your social standing the best way that you know how, okay? To decrease the vulnerability and to increase the power. I just want to have that conversation. And it's important to focus on that. I did an earlier video about attention. So it's all about asking that attention, okay? Again, the 3 questions whenever we're freaking out is, number 1, what am I putting my attention on? All right. Number 2, what I want my attention to be on right now? And number 3, what could I be putting my attention on right now? So now it could be very well that time to put attention on your personal power and your growth, okay? So knowing that the next major crisis that rolls around, okay, so this can be applied to what's happening now, can be applied to the pandemic. That taught me some things as well about my vulnerability and my state that I want to improve to protect myself the next time this happens, okay? So that's all I want to talk about, and I'm going to end it. But if you are interested in being able to feel more at peace, being able to manage anxiety, being able to feel grounded, being able to be focused, and learn to train your mind on the things that are going to get you what you want, be that more money, a better career, a better standing, feeling more at peace, feeling more at power, then I want you definitely to reach out to me. Again, my name is Keisha. I'm the Habits Hypnotist. I am a certified consulting hypnotist, and I am offering 60-day session packages, all designed to create a transformation in your life. In this case, it could be very much about learning to manage your anxiety, feeling in control, feeling calm, feeling confident, feeling focused on what you want in your life, to bring about the transformation and the changes in your reality and your life that excite you, that motivate you. Okay? So all of these things are all about what you do and are independent of what is going around outside. So if you are interested, if you would like to find out more, definitely sign up. You also get a free gift when you sign up to my newsletter, and you can do that at www.newworldcoaching.org. You can also reach out to me as well there and find out more information. You can certainly invite you to do a free call if you'd like to find out how hypnosis can help you and to learn more about how to use your mind, your attention, the most incredible tools that you have at your disposal. Okay, so that is it. It's getting long. I want to wish you well. I think just on cue, it has stopped raining, just like that. I swear the weather's just messing with me, just like outside circumstances are messing with us right now, just messing with us, but that's okay. It's all right. We'll get through it. So thank you so much, and be well, stay safe, and remember, to change your life, you must first change yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.